What's up, guys? Just kind of hanging out. Just wait till my wife to get home from work. Just kind of hanging out, chilling. I was watching some horror movies. I was actually watching Evil Dead 2. That's probably like my favorite horror movie of all time. It's kind of hard to choose. Got my Soundgarden Super Unknown shirt on. I remember when I saw the movie Cable Guy back in the day with Jim Carrey and Matthew Broderick, Jack Black's character. He had this shirt on, and for years I tried to find it, and in 2014 I finally got it. but anyway, I was gonna review one of the new CDs I got by one of my favorite newer bands from the past, I don't know, 10 years. I got in this band in 2006, and this band's always come out with killer albums. I think they're really good musicians. I've seen them twice, and I always put on a good show. But let's talk about their new album. But first, I got this at Walmart last night. I got the Cinderella's Greatest Hits album. I probably would never make a video reviewing it. I was just gonna talk about it. I was gonna make a video just me showing what I got in the last 2 or 3 months, movies and CDs. I was just gonna combine the two, but I just wanted to just review this real quick and just maybe talk about Cinderella real quick before I talk about the band I made the video for. I haven't really been a big hair metal fan. When I was younger, I wouldn't like when I was listening to really, I still listen to really heavy metal, but when I was getting into metal, I would just laugh at hair metal bands. And now I really like Poison and Motley Crue and Skid Row, and one of my favorite bands right now is Enough's Enough, and their hair metal band. I think they're awesome. And I like Cinderella. It's got 17 songs, all their hits and everything. Really good musicians. I used to couldn't take them seriously, but they are really good musicians. They make really good songs. But if you're into Cinderella, check that out. I got it at Walmart's for $5. But I'm talking about the band that I made this video for. They got a new album out. It came out last Friday. It's called Gravity, and I'm talking about Bullet for My Valentine. This I'm actually listening to this album in the background right now. First, second listen, I'm really not, impressed with this album. When I listen to a Bullet album, I think I'm gonna hear the thrashy kind of metalcore, and Matt Tuck's kind of got the, I don't want to see emo vocals, but kind of vocals that kind of remind me of a cross between My Chemical Romance and Killswitch Engage. But I actually got to where I really like his voice, and they kind of have a unique sound, kind of mixing thrash and kind of metalcore and emo, and it sounds really cool. They have like badass solos, even mix some hair metal and all kinds of like death metal and European, melodic death metal. Bands like Soulwork and In Flames, they kind of make some of their stuff in there. But this album is really, really different than anything they've really put out. I would say this album has more in common with Linkin Park and Bring the Horizon than it does Bullet for My Valentine. For a metalhead, I have an open mind, so I'm gonna keep listening to it and see if it grows on me. But I'm not really impressed. It almost sounds like pop music, or like I said, some of the songs kind of remind me of Linkin Park mixed with like Bring the Horizon, and I guess that's cool. But I think they kind of went back to the roots on their last album, Venom, and that album, I think I kind of keep listening to it more than this, and I've had that album since 2015, and that album I think just rips, But they probably wanted to try new things, which is cool. I don't hate them for it. I'm still gonna like the band. I'm not gonna bash them or anything. I mean, they're amazing magicians. I can't talk magicians, but I mean, it doesn't even really look like a Bullet cover. It looks like it could be like a Florence and the Machine cover with the wings and the fluorescent colors. And I don't have the CD in there. I got it in my CD case, but it just kind of surprises me. I don't know. I just wasn't too crazy about it. First listen, the song I kind of really like is Crawling. That song kind of starts off with like a piano, and Matt Tuck is kind of singing very quietly, and all of a sudden it rips. It's got this huge riff, kind of reminds me of Pantera, but that's the heaviest song on here, and I think that's kind of like a if you get this album anywhere else but Target, I don't think that song's on there. So I didn't know that. I went to Best Buy to try to find this CD, and I find out that Best Buy don't even sell CDs anymore, or new CDs. And and I had to go to Target to actually get this. But you know, I got into Bullet back in 2006. You know, on the radio here now, where I'm from, they would play Tears Don't Fall, which I wasn't really into it at first. It kind of sounded like all the rest of the crybaby emo bands, you know, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I used to hate My Chemical Romance. Now I kind of like them. I love the Black Parade album, and I love their first album. So I kind of like those bands now. But, you know, I've always been a metalhead. You know, I kind of like, I don't know about all that stuff. But now I kind of like some of it. But actually, I don't know what, like, made me, like, buy the album. But I went out and bought Poison, and I was just kind of blown away. It's like a mixture of thrash and metalcore, and they kind of like I got into them and Trivium around the same time. They were brand new bands, and then just kind of, they're both really young bands, and it kind of blew me away. You know, they kind of like, they were carrying the torch for like bands like Metallica and Pantera, and I was like, you know, all for that. But I'm kind of really disappointed in this album. But you know, I heard some like 3 songs on Spotify before it came out. So I was kind of worried about this album anyway. Kind of, I don't know. I don't want to use the word sellout, but it's just kind of like a metalcore album to me. You know, that's just my opinion. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to offend the band. That's just my opinion. I mean, the songs are kind of growing on me. They're kind of catchy, but it's usually not what I listen to. I might not bust this album out very, very often. Listen to it. Maybe this when I'm chilling and want to relax. But I don't know. I feel like it's this new trend with bands that they just kind of they got they're kind of just mellowing out. They're kind of just not rocking out like they used to. I feel like they're kind of trying to kind of appeal to the masses. They just want to get a song on the radio. But who plays, like, you know, these new bands on the radio? I don't know any radio station where I live where they play new bands anymore. You know, like. Maybe if you have XM radio. I don't have XM radio, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know what fan base they're kind of like, you know, cater to, because like, you know, metalheads probably not gonna like this, you know, but whatever. There's still some cool riffs, you know. They're trying new things. Who knows? Their next album might be epic, you know. They kind of mix this with Poison. Now, who knows what's gonna happen? I know bands can't make the same album over and over again. I know that gets boring, but I wasn't too crazy about this. But like I said, I'm listening to it, it's kind of growing on me, but it doesn't sound like Bullet, you know, the Bullet I know. And it's like, just in 2 years, they've changed so much from like Venom to this. But, you know, the thing about Bullet, you know, their albums always kind of grow on me. I didn't like Fever at first. I was kind of disappointed now. I thought it was too radio friendly. I thought it was heavy. Like, I was blown away by Poison, and then I bought Scream Aim Fire, and I was blown away. Those are my 2 favorite. I can't decide which one I like better, Poison or Scream Aim Fire. Those are my favorite, you know, Bullet albums, and those albums they just melt your face off, you know. But you know, first they came out with Fever, and I was kind of disappointed in Fever. Over the time, that album's really grown on me, and that album's like a heavy album. Let's pet my cat right there. he's snacking, or she's snacking. I got 2. Anyway, and then Temper, I didn't like that album for a while, and that album's going on me. And then they come out with Venom, and Venom, it's gone back to it kind of mixes all their albums with like the heaviness of Poison. But like I said, this album's kind of growing on me, but at first I'm not really like impressed. Even my wife, she doesn't really like metal, but she kind of likes Bullet. And she kind of like, it was sitting on the coffee table, and she was like, no, I'm sorry, it was sitting on my CD case shelf, and she's like, what is that? I was like, that's a new Bullet album. She's like, really? It doesn't look like a Bullet album. She was kind of surprised too, but maybe it'll keep growing on me, you know, putting it on to just kind of chill out. You know, the nights when, you know, I'm had a hard day's rocking, I just want to kind of rest, I put on this, or Frampton Comes Alive. You know, I like, for Metalhead, I like that album too. But if you're a Bullet fan, be aware, have an open mind when listening to this album. It's still got some heavy riffs. This is kind of more laid back than the other stuff. Maybe they're just kind of growing and they want to do new things. They're being creative, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's weird. It has more things in common with like Linkin Park and Bring the Horizon than it does Metallica or Pantera. But it's cool. Bands change. I don't know if they keep going this direction. I don't know if I keep buying their albums, but I definitely want to. I'm kind of interested to see what the next album's gonna sound like. See if they continue in this direction. But if you're a Bullet fan, have an open mind. If you're, you kind of miss their heavy stuff, and you probably won't like this album. But I don't know. I'll probably give it out of 5 heavy metal skulls. I'll probably give it 2. But whatever. I'm gonna keep trying it. I got an open mind. Albums have grown on me over the years. But I'll probably listen to my Cinderella's greatest hits for $5 on. Then I will this. But whatever. So. All right, guys, have a good week. Have a good 4th. Cheers.